Hi, I'm Tom Ziglar, CEO of the Zig Ziglar Corporation. Thank you for being here on the Ziglar Coaching Academy. This is the leadership channel. And what we do here is we help leaders be more effective in their leadership through coaching skills. And we work with companies of all sizes to come in and train and develop and equip leaders to coach their people. And we certify leadership coaches through our Coach Leadership Coach program. Today's lesson is it's kind of a little, I love this example because it uses pretty good icons for different leaders. So we're going to talk about the two types of leaders. Okay. So when I say the two types of leaders, I'm being very general. There are many types of leaders, but they can predominantly fall into one or the other of these two types. So the first type of leader is, I'm not even going to call him a leader. I'm going to call him a manager, and it is the T-Rex manager. And then the leader that we're going to talk about is the coach leader. So what is a T-Rex manager? Well, here's the first thing I want you to know is that many people, they lead the way they were led. And so when you see somebody who's risen up in an organization and they've got some pretty unusual and ineffective leadership styles, there's a good chance it's a combination of their own personality and how they were led. And so one of the things that tends to show itself over time is what we call the T-Rex style. So T-Rex, what does that mean? Well, think of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the dinosaur, and what are the two big things about them? They've got little bitty arms, right? The little bitty arms, and they got a big head, big mouth, and a lot of sharp teeth in it. So when you think of a T-Rex manager, the arms stand for control, right? They're in a position of authority. They're a position of leadership. They have dominion over their territory, and they like to control everything, so they keep everything close to them. So that's one of the tendencies of a T-Rex leader. And then the second is they got the big head, they got the sharp teeth, and so they lead with a loud voice, and they will bite your head off. And so they're sharp in their communication style, and nobody wants to cross a T-Rex. A lot of times people will come into the office and they'll poke their head around the corner to see, is the T-Rex hungry? Or is the T-Rex happy? I mean, what's going on with the T-Rex? And T-Rexes are great at giving orders and getting things done and very bottom line results driven and all that stuff. And they may have been a top performer in some area of the business and they get promoted up. The problem is with the T-Rex is their teams are only as good as they are. And they don't really know how to develop the next level of leadership. And so the only people who kind of make it up through them are other T-Rexes, right? And so then we get a culture that's not so good. Well, let's juxtapose that with the T-Rex manager with who we want to be. We want to be the coach leader. So what is a coach leader? A coach leader is very, very much like a servant leader. Somebody who is out there developing other people, somebody who is serving those on their team, serving their customers, serving the mission of the business, but they're doing it through a coaching lens. In other words, rather than sitting down with a team member and saying, you need to do A, B, and C, they're getting A, B, and C done by asking questions that create ownership on the people they lead. And not only ownership that this is what I'm going to do, but ownership on how I'm going to do it and how I'm going to develop myself to be more effective at it. And then a coach leader is going to ask questions that they're doing these things that they own, not just because it's part of their job description or responsibility, but because it's fulfilling a mission and a purpose. The mission would be what the company needs, the vision of the company, and the purpose would be that they're going to achieve their own goals and dreams in life. So that's the juxtaposition between a T-Rex manager and a coach leader. And we could dissect and break it down even more, but I don't think it's that necessary if whatever leadership style you're working with as a coach or you have as a leader right now, if you start incorporating the coach leadership behaviors, mindsets, and activities and skills, when you start developing that in yourself, you will slowly move away from the leadership styles that are hurting you into this new coach leadership style. We're going to have some more lessons where we're going to go through each area that the difference between a T-Rex and a coach leader is, so stay tuned for that. I want you to know that at Ziglar, we are here to support you in your leadership journey. If you are a coach leader or want to be an executive coach or a leadership coach, just reach out to us. Maybe you have other people on your team and you want to share, or another leader that you are working with. Share these lessons out of the Ziglar Coaching Academy. What a great way to reinforce your own development. We'll see you again here next time.